Golf Club, the home of the East Region since 2003 for the second event of the series, the Weston Homes PLC Bishop Stortford Classic. And what a difference a week makes. Great conditions, maybe a bit blustery, but at least the players can look forward to a 36-hole competition. This is another venue steeped in history. It's over 100 years old, formally opened in June 1910, with an exhibition match between some of the game's greats, James Braid, Arno Massey, J.H. Taylor and Harry Varden. But the best score on day one came from John Clark. 6 birdies in a 68 over this past 71 left him with a one-shot advantage. A new experience for Clark, his first time at the top of an Order of Merit overnight leaderboard, and he was surprised to be leading.
Went well yesterday. Not a good finish. I had a good finish in my round. Last three, I was going to birdie the last two, but I couldn't birdie the last three. So yeah, no, it was good. To be honest, I thought the scoring would be better yesterday. I thought somebody might knock it around 67, 66. Maybe it's because it's firm and a little bit bouncy and it caught people out, but I thought the scoring would be better yesterday. Yeah, no, definitely. I didn't expect to be leader, I've got to say.
Well, someone who's used to being at the top is Jason Levermore, the 2012 Order of Merit champion, who this year has a new home.
Yeah, down at Channels. They were looking for a new head pro, and I put in my application about 3 months ago, and yeah, very fortunate enough to be given the job, and started on the 1st of April. I didn't play Cromer last week because we were at Wentworth the week before, and didn't really want to take 2 weeks away from the job, but the owners of Channels are very keen for me to carry on playing and want me to get out and play as much as possible. So I think I'm going to try and play as many of the Order of Merits as I can and see how it goes. Things are a little bit scrappy at the moment. I haven't had a great deal of time to practice and, put much work into my game, so it was a bit scrappy yesterday, and managed to get it round nicely and then just make a nice birdie at the 18th to finish 1 under. I'm playing with Andy Pestel today and Lawrence Dodd, two lovely lads, and we're just going to go out and have a bit of fun. And yeah, if we start holding a few putts and it comes together, then great, and if it doesn't, then we'll just have a giggle.
Well, windy conditions at Bishop Stortford, but it's blowing in a different direction from day one. We'll make some holes play interestingly, especially with a few tough pin positions. And no risk taken down the first by the leader, John Clark. A 372-yard par 4, narrow fairway with out of bounds lurking, but happy enough with that. Can he maintain his fragile lead? Make sure you join us after the break.
The Ashes starts tomorrow 10 a.m. Coverage sponsored by The Times and Wolf Blass.
You little ripper.
In 1888, William and Ralph Foster gave Australia its first taste of true refreshment. Foster's, good call since 1888.
Ever since I was little, I've always dreamed of living an easy life. So, I married a footballer. Been a wag for 2 years now. I'm a real lady of leisure. I've even got my own fragrance. The scent's inspired by my greatest love. It's hot like a fever, spicy like chili, divine like chicken. Piri Piri by Brian.
Be me. Former Open champion and your golf travel ambassador. So, where are we playing next?
Unlimited golf and free room upgrade at Quinta de Marinha from £189. 4 nights, 3 rounds at Praia del Rey from £175. Bom Sucesso with golf at Royal Obidos from £165. For golf holidays fit for champions, visit yourgolftravel.com.
Just tell them Darren sent you.
Fear, pain, hunger, pressure, calm, vigilance, courage, control. Brotherhood. Royal Marines Commando. It's a state of mind. You may already have it. Visit Royal Marines online.
On the shores of the Moray Firth lies the test of links golf.
Good galleries here at Castle Stewart. It can be a very cruel game. Superb, quite superb. It's a cracker. What a finish. Heart-stopping.
The Aberdeen Asset Management Scottish Open, Thursday, 10:30, live only on Sky Sports.
Welcome back to the HQ of the PGA East region for the second event of this 6-tournament series, the Weston Homes Bishop Stortford Classic. Rob Leonard, who finished 5th in the weather-shortened opener, is at the 167-yard par 3/8. Started the day with a couple of bogeys, but he's recovered well since then to get back to where he started the day, which is level par. Teasing front pin position, and he's judged it expertly. One over par 72 yesterday from Craig Housdens, but he's slipped a long way from the leaders with back-to-back double bogeys at 4 and 5. Rattled that one in though. That's a second birdie in 3 holes. Still 3 over for the day though, but some respectability to the scorecard. It's one of those days where level par should see you make some progress. Course running fast, coupled with windy conditions, it really isn't easy. But there are birdies out there. This one for Rob Leonard. What a shame, that was a good chance spurned. Would have been a 4th birdie of the day for him. He knows what it takes to win. Won one of these Order of Merit events, albeit 3 years ago. Just left of the green at the par 5 third. Irishman Barry Traynor. He's a man who's fancied to go well this year on the East region. Didn't fare well at Royal Cromer, but level par after day 1. And that's a lovely touch that should take him into red figures. Traynor playing in the same group as Mark Hooper, who finished 3rd in the region's opener. Hooper in the front right bunker. Not too tough a shot though, lots of green to play with. And he's absolutely played it delightfully. Birdie the first, so it looks like he should get within 1. No wonder he's looking pretty happy. Traynor, first for his birdie. And no mistake from the 2011 Irish PGA champion, who's now swapped being a touring pro for being a club pro, working at Old Joe's golf range in Suffolk. Back-to-back birdies for Traynor. And this should be a formality for Hooper. Yeah, no problem. Also moves to 2 under par. Should be a good group, that one. Andrew Agnoli, the assistant pro here at Bishop Stortford, and he's using his home knowledge well today. 4 birdies and an eagle over the first 11 holes, taking him to 1 under par after a 74 yesterday. That one ran on a little bit though, and you can see how quick the greens are running from that. Par birdie start from the overnight leader John Clark. Here at the 3rd, his second shot went 3 foot up a rabbit hole on the face of a bunker. Got a free drop from that after a look through the rule books. That 3rd though, not his best. Still a birdie chance coming for Clark. Agnoli for par on 12. Oh, what a shame. He'd eagled the previous par 5, but that's a bogey. A bit of a momentum stopper. Glenn Portelli on the par 5 third. In the final group after a day 170, birdied the first, dropped a shot at the second, but back to 2 under par. Fabulous birdie at the third for the second day in a row there. Clark now for birdie. No, he's going to feel like he's missed out there. Still leading, but they're bunching up behind. He's bound to feel the pressure a bit this afternoon. Just to remind you, top 3 from the Order of Merit Series get to play in the Titleist playoffs at the end of the year, which then gives them the chance to play in some big European and Challenge Tour events. James Skade, the third member of this final group, already birdied the first. This, though, just for par. So he remains 1 back. Jason Levermore, last year's number 1 at the 8th, struggling to make par here. Well done, that's an important save. 1 birdie and 1 bogey so far today for Levermore. In the same group, Andrew Pestle with a lovely tee shot at this par 3. This for a first birdie of the day. That's unfortunate for Pestle, an Order of Merit winner at East Harts in 2010. You can see how breezy it is, can't you, from the grass around the edge of the green here. One bogey, all the rest pars today for Pestle. Good enough to keep him inside the top 10, but 5 back by the time he reached the turn. But a new leader, it's Mark Cooper who's hit the front, and that despite just dropping a shot at the 11th. 5 unanswered birdies until then, taking 1 ahead of overnight leader John Clark, just 6 players under par. And James Skade is one of them, 2 off the lead at the 8th, but he's come up short at the par 3/8. Well, he couldn't have done much better with that chip. It was a share of the lead, but he just double bogeyed the 7th. Glenn Portelli dropped a shot at the 4th, but he got it back at the 6th, this to get within 1. Turns left to right. Come on. Oh, that looked good. Just a par then for Portelli, who's off to the Middle East next week. He's off to Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Can Clark get back into a share of the lead? This to rejoin Hooper at the top. Oh, that's so frustrating. 1 birdie, 1 bogey so far today. Hooper ahead, but plenty of holes to play. Been an eventful round from Rob Leonard. This for a rare par at the par 3 17th. Only had 4 pars today. 6 bogeys, 5 birdies and an eagle. So 1 under for the day. Well done. That stops a run of 2 consecutive drop shots. Skade par putt here to keep in touch. Dear. Well, it's been an expensive couple of holes for Skade, hasn't it? Gone from a share of the lead to 3 behind. To the par 3 15th for our leaders. 3 straight pars after dropping a shot at the 11th. Hooper here, 174 yards, pin at the front of the green. Well, that'll do. Nice shot from Hooper. 1 here at Bishop Stortford on the Order of Merit in 2011 by a massive 5 shots after a superb second round 65. Barry Traynor now, long birdie putt from the back of the 15th green, just 1 back after an eagle at the drivable par 4 14th. Well, that had a chance, didn't it? Would have been sharing the lead if it had dropped. It's going to be playing in the Irish Open on the European Tour later this month for the 5th time. Now Hooper would have learnt a little bit from Traynor's putt, this to give him a bit of a cushion to go 2 clear with 3 to play. Well, he'll stay at 4 under. Oh, that's expensive for Traynor. Undone all the good work of the last hole. Means he's 2 back now. Maybe just a little too aggressive with the birdie putt. Dropped shot at the last from Jason Levermore. That's left him 4 back. But that was for eagle. And that's given him some chance of winning here. His confidence must be high after his performance at Wentworth. Had a hole-in-one and was in the top 20 going into the weekend. Remember the likes of Poulter, McIlroy, Donald, they all missed the cut. And with Hooper dropping a shot at 16, it's all got a little tighter. Tricky hole this, just under 200 yards into the wind. And this one going a little right. It's not too bad there. Flag today right on the other side of the green. But fair to say the tension is certainly building now. We saw Barry Traynor drop a shot at 15 with another bogey at 16. And at 17 in the bunker. He's done pretty well, but a bit of work to do to avoid a third straight drop shot. So this should be fairly straightforward for Hooper. Needs to get going. Left himself one of those. Throwing the pressure of leading, and that's a big putt coming up. Hooper, of course, making that top 3 on the Order of Merit last season, and with a 5th place already in the first event of the series, if he could chalk off the win, would be a great platform for him to get into those Titleist playoffs. Traynor, though, first for par. And that's another shot gone. He's bleeding a little here, isn't he? Hasn't had a par since the 11th and no longer in contention. But Hooper can't afford to miss his par putt. Just to keep one ahead of Levermore. That's massive. One shot clear, one hole to play. Can Hooper repeat the trick and win at this venue on the PGA East region for the second time in 3 years? Join us for the closing stages of the Weston Homes PLC Bishop Stortford Classic.
Tell me what you know of James Bond.
He's a 00. And a wild one.
James, ready to save the world again? Let's get down to business.
My God, what's Bond doing?
His job.
All the Bonds, including the premiere of Skyfall, all in one place. Only on Sky Movies 007. Available now on demand. No one brings you Bond like Sky Movies.
New Lynx Deep Space Shower Gel. Shower like a hero.
On Blu-ray and DVD.
Who the hell are you, Parker?
Fast-paced, explosive action, slick, sexy, and very cool. Statham is Parker. On Blu-ray and DVD now.
At the limits of your ability, you need to replace the electrolytes you lose in your sweat. Give your body fuel. Keep your body hydrated. Lucozade Sport hydrates and fuels you better than water.
You too could save £300 on your car insurance. You're so money, supermarket, you don't even know it.
Introducing the all-new Toyota Aris Hybrid,
with 0% APR representative finance.
Yorkie. Man fuel for man stuff.
Welcome to my little house in the country. Here I enjoy the simple life, making cidre. The work is hard. The apples have to be picked by hand. This one. And after an honest day's work, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to relax with the locals. A simple Belgian recipe. For a sophisticated taste, c'est cidre, not cider.
On the shores of the Moray Firth lies the test of links golf.
Good galleries here at Castle Stewart. It can be a very cruel game. Superb, quite superb. It's a cracker. What a finish. Heart-stopping.
The Aberdeen Asset Management Scottish Open, Thursday, 10:30, live only on Sky Sports.
Welcome back to a glorious day here at Bishop Stortford, the headquarters for the PGA East region. And this is how things stand in the closing stages of the second event of the series. Only Mark Hooper and Jason Levermore under par. Hooper a winner here in 2011, Levermore a runner-up here last year. They're tied for the lead with Hooper coming down the last and Levermore with 2 to play. Every shot counting. Here's Hooper with a long birdie putt at 18 uphill. Can't afford to 3-putt with Levermore lurking. Trainer now. It's been a tricky end to the round for him. Bogeys at the last 3 holes. But that one avoids another bogey at the last for the Irishman. Looked as if he might pull off a win at one stage, but that's a second consecutive 71 to leave him at level par. Levermore in a tight spot. Record number of Order of Merit wins under his belt. Can't afford any drop shots though if he's to add to his 8 titles. And nice to see Jason tidying up after himself. Good lad. Well, they don't know what each other are up to. First Hooper for par at the last. This could be for victory. One of those you should never miss, but it does happen sometimes. No problems though for Mark Hooper. That's the target then, 3 under par. Excellent second round, 68. Not as good as the 65 he shot here in winning in 2011, but impressive enough in those blustery conditions. Great front 9, wasn't it, of 31. That means Levermore has to make this for par at 17. A drop shot, he'd need to make a birdie at the last for a playoff, but that is magnificent. Oh, what a clutch putt from Levermore. He does handle the pressure so well. No wonder he looks so pleased with himself. A birdie now down the last, and he'd win. Well, Hooper, I'm sure, will be among the interested spectators. Nothing more he can do. It's in Levermore's hands now. 408 yards, par 4 18th. Not an easy closing hole. Some problems for Levermore. This is his 3rd shot. Just a wedge in, but it's going a little left. Well, that means it's advantage Hooper and big start. A par would have forced a playoff, but the chances of that looking pretty remote right now. He's going to have to chip in, isn't he? Not impossible. We've seen this sort of thing happen before, but this has to go in. Not much green to work with either. Trying a flop shot. Well, that's a good effort, but that's it. Means Mark Hooper can breathe a sigh of relief. He has won the Weston Homes PLC Bishop Stortford Classic. Levermore now for bogey. Doesn't really matter if he misses. Leonard and Trainer finishing at level par. Can afford to 2-putt. Still finish second. Well, a bit of a messy end, but he gave it a real go. It's been a busy few weeks for the 2012 Order of Merit winner, but he's opened up his East Region campaign with a second place, despite that double bogey, a second round 71, 1 under par overall. Well, not being the day our overnight leader was hoping for. John Clark, this for a par, which would leave him in a tie for third, putting through the fringe. Difficult to judge the pace. Well, there you go, coming up short. Such high hopes at the start of the day, but that will be his 6th bogey of the round. And his face says it all. It's painful, isn't it? A 75 to go with that splendid first round score of 68. So let's look how it ended. Mark Hooper and Jason Levermore, two of the players who made the Titleist playoffs in Turkey last year, battled it out at the top. And it's Hooper who takes the spoils, 2 shots, the winning margin in the end.
Started quite nicely yesterday. Wasn't hitting it as good as I could off the tee, but managed to shoot level par, which I was pleased with, and then had a great start. I think I was 5 under through 9 today. Everything started to go well, really, so yeah, really pleased. Held it on at the end there with a couple of pars in the last 2, which were playing really difficult, so yeah, over the moon. Playing with Barry Traynor today, he's a good friend, and we was laughing a few times because I think it's hard for a greenkeeper because they don't know which way the wind's going to blow in the morning, so 15 downwind with it right on the front was almost impossible to get near the flag. There was a couple others at 7 and 5 was quite tricky, so yeah, it was not easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, the Weston Homes PLC Bishop Stortford Classic 2013. Fantastic golf. 139, scores were 71.68, so -3, representing Raleigh Golf Range, Mark Hooper.
Hooper's 3rd Order of Merit win, and good enough to take him to the top of the rankings after 2 events.
Weston Homes has always tried to support local businesses, and we're absolutely thrilled this year again to be here supporting the Eastern Region PGA and the Bishop Stortford Golf Club. It's putting something back into the local area. It's all about relationships. We have a cracking team of people at the Eastern PGA, and yeah, we will keep our relationship going as long as we can.
So next up, we're at Essendon Country Club in Bedwell Park in the